up, guys, today? Now, this movie has received mixed reviews. You're gonna enjoy it, otherwise, you're gonna think it's lazy. So, I'm hoping it doesn't fall into that category. I just want to be entertained with this movie. I haven't seen a Star Wars movie in theaters since Rogue One, and Rogue One was a masterpiece of a movie. Not the biggest fan of Star Wars. I like Star Wars, don't get me wrong. I love Lego Star Wars. I love anything Star Wars related, but I'm not as big as other people on it. Unfortunately, I was not a big fan of the show The Mandalorian. So, I don't know. Maybe I might like this better than the show, just because of the pacing. It looks like fun, so let's grab grogu and get out of here. Alright guys, we're going to be seeing Mandalorian and Grogu. So hopefully, I just want to have fun. Hopefully it's not underwhelming, which I'm pretty sure it's going to be. So, yeah. Alrighty, that was the Mandalorian and Grogu. As someone who's not as high on the show as others, I think this movie is severely overhated. I actually really like it, guys. Like, it's better than The Acolyte. It's better than any other shittier Star Wars project they've come out with. I really liked it. I might be a little more high on it than others. They also had some really cool popcorn buckets I thought I'd show. What's up, guys? We're back from seeing Star Wars, Mandalorian and Grogu. Okay. I'm not saying this is the best Star Wars movie. Far from it. But with all the shit that they've been coming out with lately, this was a refresh for me. I might be a little more high and biased towards this. One, because I'm not a big fan of the show, really. I mean, the show was alright. I think I liked season 2 probably the best. But I don't know. It was too fucking slow for me. I don't know. This was kind of fast-paced. You got the main storyline. There's a story. So it's kind of like a couple Mandalorian episodes smashed into one, which I think the Mandalorian is a cool-ass character. So I think them making a movie off of him, which it made bank, I think, is a great idea. So I'm going to have a little more positivity towards this movie, towards other people. And I'm also might be a little more biased because I saw this with my sister and my nephew. We just had a great time. I've never had I don't think I've seen a bad movie. A bad movie in 2026 so far. So, impressive. I mean, Scream 7 and Mercy, but even those weren't that bad. I didn't really think Scream 7 was bad either. I just thought it was kind of redundant. It was just okay. It was like Scream 3 levels mid. And if I had to rank this movie, I would put it in the middle category for Star Wars movies. It is better than Rise of Skywalker. It is better than The Last Jedi. It's better than The Acolyte. Oh my god, that fucking show is off. Don't even get me started. It is better than a lot of Star Wars projects. And I feel like that might be also a reason why a lot of people are shitting on this movie as well. It's because they're just sick of not peak Star Wars movie when they see a mid one and they're like, oh yeah, this was underwhelming. We're gonna shit on this whole fucking thing. And I don't know, man. Star Wars, the fan base, I'm gonna get attacked for this one. Yeah, they're probably the most toxic fan base out there, so I don't want to offend anybody. I do like Star Wars. I think it's fine. I thought this movie was great. It was a lot of fun. Does have its issues, but I'm gonna start with the positives first, because there's positives, man. I really like this movie. When I heard that this was really bad, I thought I was gonna be underwhelmed with it too, because I believed that, and I went in and I was like, it wasn't that bad. It was fine. It was good. I liked it for the most part. So positives is the score. Always with Star Wars movies, man. I haven't seen a Star Wars movie in theaters since 2017, so this was just so cool to see a Star Wars movie in theaters again. So that also might be another reason why I'm biased towards it. I don't know. I love the music in this movie. It fits the tone perfectly. The atmosphere of this movie I really liked. The because they do have, there's a plot in this movie where they have to like get after the Hutts, basically Jabba the Hutt's like relatives and stuff like that. So you get like a bounty hunter setting, kind of like Return of the Jedi. So it's a little bit nostalgic for me as well when I saw that kind of setting, and it kind of reminded me of like the Ewok village or something like that. Like there's so many cool scenes, like the opening of this movie. There's like a winter setting. I thought that was super cool. Yeah, I didn't mind it. I thought the settings were really cool. Now I think there are some plot devices, let's say that, to move the plot forward that's kind of cliche in a way. I also forgot to mention that I love the visuals in here. I think the visuals in here are phenomenal, actually, some of the best of Star Wars. The battles, some of them were really cool and intense. Rod of the Hutt, great character. Probably the best part of the movie, actually. I think he's better of a character than Jabba the Hutt. I did not know how cool like a Hutt character could be. And when I saw Rod, I'm like, what the fuck? He's actually kind of cool. He's just a really well-written character in here. And although he doesn't get much, nobody really gets enough written in here. But I feel like for Star Wars fans, that's fine. But for new audiences that are trying to go into this movie, like, they're going to be a little confused. I mean, they do kind of touch on a backstory a little bit, but this is kind of like an epilogue to the Mandalorian show. So, a lot of newer fans, maybe that's why it's also not doing as well as they expected, because, you know, newer audience who maybe don't know of Star Wars that well went into this thinking it was just going to be a normal Star Wars movie, and they're just like, who the fuck is Din Djarin? Who the fuck is Grogu? But instead they're calling him Baby Yoda. So, alright, so here, I think the music's good, the atmosphere, it's really cool. Little bit into my negatives. This movie's kind of all over the place, but at the same time, it was enough for me to keep up with the story, but that's fine. But then, I feel like when the action stopped, something about the story or the plot wasn't like significant enough in the scene, so it kind of like lost my interest. Like, some way through it, you got this whole Rod of the Hutt scene, and then you're just like not compelled with the characters as much either. You're actually kind of more of like rooting for like the side characters in this movie than the main fucking people themselves, like Mandalorian and Grogu. And another reason, this is something I've also had really just an issue in the show, with the Mandalorian, and I don't know if it's just how he's written. I think Pedro Pascal's acting as the Mandalorian, I know he's supposed to act tough and manly, it comes off really, really stale. And in this movie, it's probably the worst. I mean, he's a badass, don't get me wrong, like, Din Djarin's cool as fuck, he does a lot of cool things in here. But, like, some of the acting just comes off stale. I don't know, man. And there's not really, like, lightsaber fights, too, so it really doesn't feel like Star Wars in a way. It's more of a bounty hunter, like, shoot 'em up, beat 'em up kind of Star Wars movie, which I'm fine with. This is probably just as good as Solo, honestly. I didn't mind Solo either, so, like I said, I might be biased, but I did not mind this movie. I had a lot of fun with it for the most part. Does it have its issues? Does it have its flaws? Absolutely. Should those flaws like affect the rest of how good those action scenes were? I don't think so. I don't think this movie was that bad. I don't even think it was a bad movie. I just thought it was okay. Honestly, I'd watch this. If I want a guilty pleasure Star Wars movie, like this one, I can get into right away. Also, Zeb, for those of you who are excited to see him like I was, go throw that in the fucking bucket. You barely get him in this movie. That was kind of a cash grab. I was also pissed about that. But also, that's another thing at issue too. Like, you don't really know who that person is unless if you watch Star Wars. And even if you watch Star Wars, you don't get Zeb. Like, this is our first time getting Zeb from Star Wars Rebels, if you guys don't know. In live action, I think he's even voiced by the same person too in the show. His design looks phenomenal. And they just fucking wasted him. I mean, he's just kind of like a throwaway. He's kind of like Poe Dameron in the new trilogy. He's just there. You know, and then I don't know. And then when he's convenient, that's when he comes back in the plot. So also another thing too is Grogu. This was another issue with the show as well. In this movie, it shows, man. Like, oh, it was laughable sometimes. But when Grogu jumps on top of the Mandalorian, it literally looks like somebody fucking threw like a puppet on top of, which that probably is the case, but it looks so like obvious. Sometimes in Hollywood, the lighting can make it look like it's a little more realistic and alive. It literally looks like somebody just threw the fucking Baby Yoda puppet at Pedro Pascal. I wouldn't be surprised if they missed and had to do separate takes. But I mean, I don't get the hate this movie's getting. I get the issues that people have with it, but I didn't think this movie was bad. I didn't think this movie was bad at all. So, it's not like peak Star Wars. So, not like Revenge of the Sith levels bad. But if I'm like actually wanting to watch a movie and I had to like, because man, these Star Wars movies just take a while for me to get into. But when I get into them, I am into them. Like the Revenge of the Sith, the opening is so cool, got me dragged in. And then it was just a fucking drag. And then the story started picking up again, and then the rest of it was just like peak Star Wars, like my absolute favorite Star Wars movie. With this one, it has some fun action sequences, and then you're just kind of thrown at the plot right away, and it's just like a guilty pleasure. It's like a fun time to sit through. So if I had to put one on, I would probably first go for Mandalorian and Grogu, just because it's quick, it's fun, it's like a guilty pleasure. But if I want to sit down and actually take the time to get into something, I would definitely pick Revenge of the Sith, obviously. But this is not the worst Star Wars movie. So for people who are saying that, come on. Come on. Like, really? Like, there is so much worse this franchise has. I can't believe I'm saying it, because there was one point there was not a single bad Star Wars movie. Anyway, I'm going to give it a bronze TV. Not golden TV material like most Star Wars movies. It's fine. I liked it for the most part. I don't think it's that bad. So, and I'm not even saying it's bad either. So for people who are like, oh, you're still saying it's bad, you're saying it's not that bad. It's still fine. Like, I liked it. I enjoyed it. So tell me what you guys thought about this movie in the comments down below, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.